he allowed it at the beginning, but then if you didn't fall in line and if you were one of these pastors that was speaking out, you would have been, yeah, during the war, you would have been shipped to the front or a concentration camp.
So we're running out of time. I knew this would go by fast with you, Camille. How do you think Bonhoeffer, pastor, spy, assassin, fits into the current landscape of film and TV? And boy, do we need more Bonhoeffers today to wake up the church in America, don't we?
Well, that's exactly actually why we did it, why we picked this story, why we were so taken and thought this would make a great movie. Because our first, dream was to wake up the church, the church that isn't awake. Of course, there's many who are the remnant and who are
Yep.
doing great work for God. But those who are just playing church or are far from God, they honor him with their lips, but their hearts are far from him, as Isaiah says. That was a dream to wake up that kind of church, and not just in America, but all over the world. I mean, in the West, if you go to Europe, the church really needs to be, to come alive and be awake. And then the second one was to raise up men and women at any age, like Bonhoeffer. Bonhoeffer was young when he had his awakening and did all these courageous things. By the time he was 30, he had done most of the courageous things. And he kept doing them. But by that time, he had written things. He had written Cost of Discipleship. He had spoken out against Hitler. That was all done in his 20s. Our hope was to raise up men and women like him, because in the movie, you see a failed church, but you also see what a real Christian should look like in the life
Mm.
of